Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 25 online CFM game. We are now in week 4 of the 2024 season with our Arizona Cardinals in the TDBarrett League, which I'm just gonna call it the TDBarrett League because this league has no official name, and why not? So we are 0-3 with our Cardinals. Let's talk about that first. We are still looking for our first win of the season, but it has not come without trying for sure. In our first 3 games of the season, you could make an argument that we could have won all 3 of those games. We were competing until the very end. Week 1, we fumbled the ball at the half-inch line when we were about to tie the game up with under 2 minutes to go. Week 2, we dropped a user pick 6 right in our arms that would have put us in position to tie the game with under 3 minutes to go in regulation. And week 3, of course, is the biggest what if of them all. We had a 2-possession lead in the fourth quarter, and we fumbled an onside kick recovery and then gave up a touchdown with 2 seconds to go that lost us the game. So, look, I'm not going to say we could be 3-0, but we definitely could have at least one win on the scoreboard. Instead, the reality is, the moral victories, they don't really matter, and we are 0-3, and we still have to find a way to win a ball game. Can we turn our L's into lessons and put that together to put together our first win this week against the Washington Commanders? We shall see. They're a 2-1 team so far, so they will definitely be another tough challenge for us. Before we get into this game, really quick, Marvin Harrison, I did not talk about in the first episode. He has the hidden dev trait that we need to unlock by getting 500 snaps played. Marv is a superstar X Factor, so once we get the 500 snaps with Marv, he will be a superstar in our offense. We can put some cool abilities on him and make him even better than he already is, as we are underway. Week 4 action in the desert against the Washington Commanders. And along with Marvin Harrison, we have Trey Benson. After his dev game against the Lions last week, he is now a superstar. Now, until we get Trey to an 80 overall, we can't really unlock any good abilities. We only have one ability slot for now, and I just threw Energizer on there just to have something because there's not much in the pool available to us. But we have custom abilities on in this league, so we can change that whenever we get Trey up. And I'll try to focus train Trey Benson as well as Marvin Harrison every single week, along with probably Kyler Murray, to get them all up and accelerate this offense because they are definitely the gems of this roster. Owen Popo trying to make some noise for the defense. That's an interception. That's a goal line stand. He breaks the tackle from the quarterback. He swerves the offensive lineman. What a return pass midfield by Owen Popo. That's Trey Benson hitting the spin move right there. Hey, man, when we get spin cycle, that's going to look a little bit better. That's when we get to an 80 overall. That's the ability I plan on putting on Trey. But for now, we'll just run the rock with him. Trey's been really good so far, man. Shout out to Trey. I like to call him Trey Benz because that man moves like a Benz in the open field. As we hit Trey McBride, the other Trey ball in this offense. He sets up a goal to go. Trying to capitalize on the goal line stand by our defense. Can we capitalize in the goal line with our offense? Kyler step up, running, and in. Kyler Murray making it look easy. Just good pocket presence. And you got to have good pocket against this Washington front with Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen always trying to cause inside penetration. So that's going to be important today. The pocket's going to be pushed against us a lot in this game. Thankfully, the Commanders don't have Chase Young or Montez Sweat anymore, so those edge rushers will definitely not provide the same punch. Defense will continue to be a challenge, right? We got dog walk down to the goal line pretty much, but we can, play bend but don't break, I suppose. Give up some plays but eventually force a turnover. That might be our best chance of playing defense and just be really aggressive on this side of the ball, though. A lot of this stuff is just purely unguardable. That's Terry McLaurin. Got to keep an eye on him. He's definitely the #1 receiver in this offense. You also got Austin Eckler that has abilities, so we'll see if he gets put on a lot of halfback angles. I'm sure he has running back apprentice as Terry McLaurin making the catch down low. Terry's not really going deep too much, so that's something to keep in mind. My opponent's trying to ease Terry into the action, get him some easy looks. That was a very easy look that should have been converted. Instead, it's second down. Jaden Daniels, the rookie, nearly threw his second interception of the game. He's lucky to get away with that one. Third down, hit on the throw, still delivers. I believe that's Dyami Brown for the touchdown. I don't know if Dyami Brown wears that number in real life, but he wears, some Brown wears that number here, and it's a touchdown for Washington. So, yeah, man, defense, I think it's just going to be a challenge for us all year long. I don't think there's an antidote. Oh, look at Michael Carter on the kick return, bursting through the gates. Hey, man, the kick return game. It's been all right so far with Michael Carter back there. We also have Dorch the Torch back there. Oh, no, but we just got torched on this run. Ball lost. Commanders in possession. Trey Benson with his first career fumble. That man has 95 carrying, so I trust him to tote the rock. But unfortunately, he takes a shot and gets shot down as Jaden Daniels not too comfortable, at least compared to some of our past opponents passing the ball. He's taking a second to make his reads, and he's throwing in traffic, and he's picked off again. Jalen Thompson with the plunder this time. He took a wicked shot from that offensive lineman, but look, man, that's 2 interceptions on the day. That is beautiful. Like, if we can play any sort of defense, the way we are moving the ball offensively, it'll be enough to win the game. We have a top scoring offense. I think we have like a top 3 scoring offense in points per game as we take a shot downfield, working on adding more to the scoreboard. The problem is we have the number 32 ranked defense as we have all day to throw. End zone, and we miss Marv. That was easy. How in the world did we miss Marvin Harrison? I'll never know. Second down, Trey Benz in for another touchdown. So that eases the pain of missing Marv wide open. Hey, man, if we can score touchdowns, it definitely helps if we do it with one of our 2 explosive rookies on offense. Can we get that XP bonus? We're not going to force it, right? Like, if it's not there, it's not there. But if it's there, it will. Our plays will be designed around those guys, along with Trey McBride for sure, right? I'm not looking for Zay Jones in the end zone. Let's keep it honest. But if he's wide open, I got to give it to him, right? Like we hit Zay Jones to get us to that goal line situation. Jaden Daniels, of course, has elite athleticism, so that will certainly not be the last time he escapes the pocket. But Daniels also has a cannon, and he hits Jahan Dotson for the touchdown. And yes, this league started before Jahan Dotson got traded to the Philadelphia Eagles, so if you're wondering why he's on the Commanders, this league started like a week ago or so, or 2 weeks ago, whatever it is. Either way, before that trade happened, you know, I think Jahan Dotson's still on the Commanders in Madden. Like, they haven't switched up the rosters yet, so just a small tidbit as we go middle. We go to Maserati Marv. 1 play. Homer. Bang. Mozzie Marv is in the building, and the Cardinals faithful are loving it. The red zone on their feet as we regain the lead. Marvin Harrison is an elite weapon, man. He has all the potential in the world. He has 94 speed. He's got the height. He's got the catch radius. He's got the hands. I mean, what can you not love about Marvin Harrison? He is one of the league's leading receivers so far in receiving yards and receiving touchdowns, and we don't even have his abilities unlocked yet, man. He's going to be an X factor once we get him to 500 snaps, as here's a rookie that definitely does not have as big of a name, Luke McCaffrey, but he has got the last name at least. Here's Austin Eckler with the spin move. Under a minute to go in the first half, so my opponent's slowing the pace down. Going end zone. Sanat, they'll score the touchdown. He gets it over Sean Murphy Bunting, and the rookie tight end finds the end zone and puts the Commanders in position to tie the game up, which they will on this PAT. Well, that's my best corner, Sean Murphy Bunting, against a rookie tight end. If we cannot guard that in man coverage, we cannot guard in man coverage straight up. And that's the way it's looking as Michael Carter, another great return. Bye, Michael. The 20, the 10. He's chugging, and he's in. Michael Carter with 18 seconds to go in the first half. He's been working on it. He nearly got through last time. He finishes the job on this kick return, and it's points galore here at State Farm Stadium. This is looking like another one of those first to 50 could win kind of games, but as we saw last week, that's not even good enough. We were the first to 50. We put up 58 points and still lost. So I don't know what enough is enough, but I don't even think we're holding the Commanders to 21 points before halftime. They're on the move once again. Jaden Daniels, tight window throw, got it to go. That will certainly put the Commanders in field goal range. Let's see if they take a shot to the end zone. Daniels going, crosser. It's caught by Brown, but that's an inconsequential gain at the end of the day because I mean, it's still field goal range with 2 seconds to go. So, you know, obviously I'm just playing over the top with the safety right there, making sure we don't get beat. And, you know, we'll give that up because, like I said, it's just like, you know, I still kick a field goal at the end of the day. We do have a 4-point lead. We do get the opening possession of the second half, so that's the good news. You know, I mean, let's see what we can do on the kick return. First things first with Greg Torch. We just got to take it one step at a time because we put ourselves in positions to win games so far. It's just, you know, we got to hold our breath until the very last whistle, right? It's never over until it's over. It's Trey Benz. Oh, he's shifty in the open field. That's 5 rushes for 40 yards, and we talked about it, right? Maybe we should run the ball a little bit more. Last week, we ran the ball a lot and still put up 58 points, even though like 2 of those were pick sixes, right? But still, we put up a lot of points, and we were successful offensively, mixing in that running game. So it's just something to keep in the back of our mind, even though we are also passing pretty well, including this third down dot in the corner. Marvin Harrison with the 2-tap for the first down, putting a man in motion. It's just commotion. We're trying to get the ball to Trey Benson. He only gets a gain of 2. Design quarterback blast for Kyler Murray, and we slide so we don't get blasted. Bring up a third down and 3. Sticking in this trips has been a popular formation for us. Kyler stepping, swerving, and escaping for the first down. Kyler Murray's mobility. Look, man, Jaden Daniels, he can move. Kyler's been doing this in the NFL. As Trey Benson, open field. We're just getting shifty right now. Kyler, that's Jonathan Allen, man. That's one of the best defensive tackles in the league. Can't run in his lane, so third down, passing, end zone, got it. It's Marvin Harrison again. Marv is him. All right, there's no doubt about it. Marvin Harrison, I mean, he's just a fetus right now. When we unlock his potential, I don't know what we can do with him, because he's already one of the best receivers as a rookie on a team that does not have another good receiver to take the pressure off of him. And he's still dominating out here as Jaden Daniels on the crosser once again. I mean, we cannot guard these crossers with man coverage. We cannot guard anything with man coverage, but I'm just trying to mix it up. I'm just trying to give my opponent different looks. I know we're going to get cooked occasionally. We just have to strike when our opportunity is there. That was our opportunity. Unfortunately, we did not strike. An incompletion is not good enough. We have to force turnovers on plays like that, like we did with Owen Popo on the opening drive. We're in the fourth quarter now, 5:25 in regulation. That is squeezed in for the touchdown. Holy cow, that pass could not be any more perfect, and it's Brown again with the grab. 2-point conversion to make it a 3-point game. Good. Once again, hard flats. Don't care about them when they run the RPO flat, I guess. They just, hard flats don't do anything. So it's a 3-point game, and, it just feels like we have to score on this drive or just chew the rest of the clock. Otherwise, we're going to lose the game. And even then, we could score and it still might not matter. We might fumble on another onside kick. It's just, all we can do is control what we can control right now, which is playing well offensively, and we take it from there, right? One step at a time. Second down, taking a lot of steps with Kyler. He got the first down. Now, we did step out of bounds, but we moved the chain, so that's important, as another guy that just dies with his user in the middle of the field and hopes that's good run defense. I mean, look, man, if you want to do that, eventually we'll exploit that. Third down and 5, we are going to try to pass this ball. Look outside, Marvin Harrison. No one lined up over him, so that means that outside is open for us unless the cornerback absolutely bites down. As you see, once again, he's doing that dive. This time we exploit it. First down and more, spinning and winning. Trey Benz, 47 yards. That was saucy. That was special. And Trey Benson, he's saying Marv is not the only special rookie on this team. Talk about me and talk about me often. We will. Don't worry, Benz. We will. So we got ourselves a 10-point lead. We are one defensive stop away from potentially getting our first win of the year. Is it possible? Or what else can go wrong, man? We have suffered all the heartbreak in the world. I am ready to experience some joy with these Arizona Cardinals. Jaden Daniels will feel no joy taking that wicked shot. Middle of the field, though, he's still able to make the throw. He hits Terry McLaurin working that backside dig that was working earlier in the game. Seems to be a pet play for my opponent. He sets up the pass, and he's knocked down. Immediate penetration inside, forcing the incompletion. Second down. Daniels, not great pocket presence, but he's able to still deliver the throw. I can try with my user. I can try to get close, but just not close enough. End zone, Dotson! He didn't get it in bounds. I believe he made the catch, but not in bounds, so it's an incompletion, no challenge. Second down, Daniels, end zone picked off! Buda Baker picking up his first interception of the season! Finally, in week 4, we truly get our first Buda Baker sighting of the season. I thought the man was playing with no legs and no arms for a moment, but it seems like he can play. Finally, I've been waiting for Buda Baker to do something downfield, and he does it in a big fashion. Third down to put the game away. We're going Marv, single coverage, and he dies for the grab. What a haul by Marvin Harrison! And that is actually going to force a rage quit. Now, thankfully, these stats are still going to count, and we get an achievement for finally winning our first head-to-head game in a league in week 4, but Yeah, man, that was kind of weird that the guy rage quit right there. But, hey, man, whatever. Not my business. As long as the game still counts the way it was played on the field, I guess it's all right. And we'll check out the stats after the game in the menus because the guy quit. But GG's to him, I guess. But, man, that was good. That was good. We put together a game, and we didn't blow it. We didn't fumble in the last couple of minutes. So, hey, man, we don't fumble in the last couple of minutes. This is a Cardinals team that can do all right this season, which we'll see if we can put it together in week 5. But for now, look, I'm just enjoying, I'm basking in the fact that we finally won a game. Just, you know, for self-confidence more than anything else. So, yeah, man, our 2 rookies are up there in the league as we get ready for our week 5 matchup. Week 5 presents us plenty of reasons to be opportunistic and pessimistic at the same time. First things first, we have our second dev story of the season so far. We completed one for our running back Trey Benson, and now we have a linebacker breakout story, and it's going to be for our middle linebacker Owen Popo, who got the interception last week, and he is currently normal dev, and I'm assuming we have a chance to take him to star dev. This dev story does not go the same way that the Trey Benson one did, where we get to pick what his goal is. The goal is already set for us, and it's a pretty lofty goal, to be honest. 5 tackles and 1 tackle for loss. It's doable, but it definitely won't be easy, especially not with a linebacker who's not even a 70 overall. So we'll just let that play out naturally. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. It's not as important to me as the Trey Benson storyline. Nowhere close. And, I mean, in general, the defense is just not important as the offense right now. The offense is the building point for our team this season. The defense, I mean, I want to replace most of those guys come next season, all right? I'm going to keep it real. Whoever's there, they're fighting for a job. They're fighting for whatever it may be. And hopefully can fight to get a stop or 2 for us. Easier said than done, though, because we are going against a juggernaut. We're going against the San Francisco 49ers in Santa Clara this week as we are underway. It's our second NFC East rivalry game of the season. We're currently 0-1 in the division standings, taking the L to the Rams in week 2, and we'll see what the Niners got for us. They've obviously got a super team. Not only do they have all these ability players, you factor in the fact you get custom abilities, and it's absolutely cracked. As Brock Purdy going Deebo Samuel. Deebo's going to be one tricky tackle all game long. We'll do our best to keep him at least within sight, within range, as Pearsall gets the touchdown. Ricky Pearsall, the first-round draft pick for San Francisco. He's shaping up to be the wide receiver 3 for this squad, along with, of course, Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel. Pearsall is basically the only guy without a star under his name on that offense for skill position players, because you got Kittle and McCaffrey as well. This will be fun. Defense has not been good for us so far, and you know, it's going to get tenfold tougher as we hit up Trey McBride. Offense has not been the issue, though. We haven't ran into any road bumps, really. I would say week 2 was our biggest struggle, but we also switched our playbooks after that week 2 game, and we've been finding success. Okay, that is the announcer's jinx and a half as we throw the interception to Jair Brown. Though I will say that that play on paper could have easily been a touchdown. The problem was there was inside penetration, and that forced an underthrow from Kyler Murray. I feel like if we just had a sliver of a second more of time, we could have gotten that seam open to Marvin Harrison, gotten inside of that safety, as we are going to give up a touchdown here. Max Melton playing pretty good coverage, but that's a great throw by Brock Purdy and an even better catch by Brandon Ayuk. Good offense can beat okay defense on most days, and that includes today, which we are currently down 14-0, and we might be in for a ride today. We were riding the highs of last week's victory, including with Michael Carter on the kick return, and he gets another good kick return today, but this week feels like it's going to be a humbling week for us. The Niners don't even have a win this season, and they're taking it to us right now. Maserati Marv kicks it into high gear. That's exactly what we were talking about on the previous possession. Look, if he's going to run cover 2, we can split the middle with Marv, take one of our receivers outside with Zay Jones, make that safety be put in conflict, and we can hit Marv. Marv's gonna have the speed once he gets that inside that he's gone, and that's what I was envisioning on the last play, and I'm glad to see it worked into fruition. I'm just kind of upset that we had to throw an interception and give up a touchdown defensively before we could see our plan fulfilled. As Brock Purdy, pocket collapsing, and down he goes. Gardeck on their neck getting the sack. Second down, it's Gardeck again! Back-to-back sacks! I think we have 2 sacks all season. So Gardeck getting 2 sacks in a row, That is beautiful. Third down and a mile. That is swatted away by Sean Murphy Bunting. Fourth down and forever, and I'm a little surprised my opponent's not punting the ball here. This is one of the rare situations where you probably do want to punt it. Let's see what Purdy can cook up. He's running out of time. He's throwing for Kittle, and it's broken up in double coverage. And yeah, man, sometimes you just got to swallow your pride and say, all right, it's 4th and 28. Like, maybe we just punt the ball. Because now here we are on plus side of the field, but we throw an interception on the very next play. So, yeah, man, I talked about how offense has been doing good, but this is going to be another test, it looks like. And our offense seems to bog down in the important games against divisional opponents for no good reason. And that was just my fault right there. You know, probably just trying to do a little bit too much, right? That's just one of those plays where it's like, hey, man, I know you can make those plays, but take a breath. Take a breath. It's early down in distance. Let's chill. We can get that on the next play if it's not there on this play. So, you know, we just don't got, even though we feel like we have to score every possession offensively, we don't have to score on every play, right? As third down and 22, this is why I said we feel like we have to score every possession. Because third down and a mile, and look, man, that's the rookie. That's the one guy I'm expecting that we can cover in man coverage. We can't cover Pearsall. I keep saying this. If we can't cover these people, then we can't cover anybody in man coverage. Yet I keep on running man coverage. And this is why. Because occasionally it works out. Sean Murphy Bunting, he's not bunting, he's going for the homer, his second pick six of the season. On the RPO, Brock Purdy absolutely forces the action. It was never there, a silly decision, and if you play silly games, you win silly prizes, and the Niners figured it out the hard way. They were in position to easily get a 2-possession lead, and now it's a tie ball game, and that was a lifeline to get us back into this ball game. Brock Purdy down low, going Kittle. I mean, at this point, I really don't know what to do with this Niners squad. The only thing we can do is, you know, make Brock Purdy hold the ball, as we cannot even come up with that interception. If we make Brock Purdy hold the ball, take him off of his first read, then hopefully we can hit him before the pass comes out, because Brock Purdy's release is not good. That is the one weak point of this Niners team, which we're trying to do here. Pressure's not getting there. We're only rushing 3. Brock rolling out the pocket, holding and hit at the last second. That's one of those plays where, you know, maybe you have Aaron Rodgers, you can get that pass off, or Brock Purdy, if you hold on too long, you try to throw it downfield, you're just not going to get that pass off in time. So we have to use that. That's our only advantage defensively, but otherwise, we're just going to get cooked 6 ways to Sunday as Brandon Ayuk makes the catch in the flats. 57 seconds left in the first half. My opponent calls his first timeout as Brock Purdy trying to set up a screen pass, and I guess that was pretty well covered to the point where he didn't feel like throwing it. Third down. He's not going to throw the bubble this time. He runs it with C-Mac, who keeps his balance long enough to get the first down. That was a bang-bang play. We might have been able to bring him down for inches instead. A new set of downs with 25 seconds left. McCaffrey on the corner route. Yeah, man, he's got RB Apprentice, so he can do that. That adds another dimension to this offense as we miss out with Popo, and it's a touchdown for Ayuk. I have not been keeping track of what Owen Popo has been doing in this game. I'm just trying to figure out how to play defense, man. If Owen Popo can make a tackle, that's cool, but it would have been really nice if we could have gotten an interception. And, you know, using a middle linebacker there, along with the fact that ball hawk is generally tuned down in this year's Madden, it was going to be a tough play for us to make from that angle at that spot. So yeah, man, that was a low percentage play. I guess you wouldn't call it defensively, trying to cover the flat. I knew where he wanted to go. That's the painful part. I knew exactly where he wanted to go. I just gotta play better. Gotta play better than that. As Zay Jones getting sticky in the open field, just don't get clocked by an on-fire Fred Warner, and we can actually work this into field goal range. 5 seconds to go. We are in field goal range as we run it with Trey Benson. Just gonna sneak in some extra yards, get down so we can get that timeout in with a second to spare, and put Matt Prater on the field. 48 yards away. It is up, and it is good to cut the lead to 4 at the end of the first half. Matt Prater's got 98 kick power, so we didn't have to get that run in, but with 5 seconds to go, I was just like, you know, let's just steal some cheap yards to make the field goal easier for us while he's coming out in pretty much prevent, right? Like at that point, you kind of accept the fact you're going to get 3. Just make sure you get the 3 the easiest way possible. Kyler, ooh, Marv was working the middle. Let's try that again. We have the protection. We're dialing up Marv, but that time, Jair Brown, pretty good coverage. So maybe it's not there. Maybe we have to go elsewhere on third down. Let's dial up Trey McBride. Trey McBride can get lost in this offense with the 2 sports cars that we have with Maserati Marv and Trey Benz, but don't forget about Trey McBride. He's not the bridesmaid, man. He can be the straight up bride for this squad as Unfortunately, running the ball is just not materializing this week against a stout 49ers front, to no one's surprise. So third down, we go to McBride one more time, coming up clutch on key downs and distances. I want to at least establish the run game to keep my opponent honest, but, you know, he's just able to stop it, just sticking in this four-man front. That Niners front is just too powerful for our offensive line, to be quite frank. So we're just going to have to make good decisions passing the ball. We cannot throw another interception, right? All the mistakes that we made in the first half, we cannot make another one. Is Kyler in trouble? Nick Bosa's got him running for his life. And Kyler, great job killing the play for an incompletion, because that could have been a whole lot worse. Third down, clean pocket, going Marv. He got it. Wow. Marvelous Marvin Harrison. That was picture perfect. The catch in traffic. He gets the touchdown, and he gives us the lead once more. Well, actually, once more, I think this is our first lead outright of the game. Yeah, it is. So this is our first outright lead. Remember, we were down 14-0. We were in a really bad spot, and that Sean Murphy bunting pick six, like I said, it was the lifeline that got us back into the game. That gives us a chance to fight and pull off an upset win. Even though it is a Niners team that hasn't won yet. Look, man, we are still the underdogs in this situation, and we're battling all of the angles, including the fact that Sean Murphy bunting missed out on an easy pick six. Come on now. Third down, Brock Purdy launching sky high for Ayuk, who hauls in the grab. Brock Purdy over 300 yards passing, and the 32nd ranked defense in the league is very much looking like the 32nd ranked defense, giving up a lot of yards. But we're also forcing turnovers here and there. Wow. I'm surprised he did not see Deebo Samuel. Threw it into double coverage and got away with it instead. That is crazy. Third down, Purdy. Hit on the throw, incomplete. Popo. That could have been his tackle for loss. It is an incompletion. It brings up a fourth down late in the third quarter. Brock Purdy holding, looking, pressure, and down he goes. Gardeck's third sack of the game. It's a turnover on downs. The Cardinals defense has come to play. A fumble on the next play, and Nick Bosa missed it. We thankfully get it back so we can play offense on second down and forever. Marv, that is pure. His hands are as soft as, I don't even know, man. They're just beautiful. It's just beautiful to watch Marvin Harrison play ball. That's all I can say about that. As we take it to the end of the third quarter, and like I said, Marvin Harrison is the complete package, and once we get his abilities, I don't even know what else we can do with him. I don't know how much better he can possibly get, because, he's exceeding our expectations and then some as we hit Trey McBride for another key first down. Now it's Benson, open field. Hufunga's got to make the tackle. Warner does from behind, 4 yards short of the end zone, looking for a 2-possession lead. We dial up Kyler, who gets chopped down by Odom. Down at the 2-yard line, man in motion. That is Marv. Defense got to follow. Benson with the ball. Benson with the crib call! Trey Benson has a nose for the end zone, and he's in once more. We have flipped the script completely on San Francisco, and we are in the driver's seat once more. This is our third game in a row now with a lead late in the fourth quarter. Can we close it out like we did last week? One more defensive stop, easier said than done. Purdy all day to throw. He goes to Deebo Samuel, spinning, dangerous, but he's able to get the first down before being tackled by Owen Popo. As my opponent going a little up-tempo here, trying to hurry things up, down by 2 possessions. Horrific angle by Budda Baker allows Kittle to not only get the reception, but get the first down. Here comes the pressure, and once more, that's what we got to do. We just got to get hits on Brock Purdy. Second down, Purdy. He's got all day in this pocket. Can he make a read, though? Aiden coverage has him boxed. Purdy throwing in traffic. Oh, man, how many missed interceptions are we going to have in this game? That was Budda Baker with Lurker that couldn't get it. Third down, Purdy going, and not a first down. Kittle stepped out of bounds. Fourth down, and we get this stop. We could be smooth sailing. Here's Purdy holding, looking, throwing middle. McCaffrey with a chain mover. It's tense here at Levi Stadium as the 49ers faithful sees their team down but trying to claw their way back. Middle, Pearsall. The rookies had an impressive game so far today. And they'll go up tempo once more. Taking a lot of time before getting this snap off. Purdy dancing around and throwing it away intentionally with 2:32 remaining in regulation. Brock, second down. He's going end zone. He's going Pearsall. Easy pitch and catch. And the Niners rope their way back in to make it a 3-point game after this PAT. Let's see if he goes for, oh my goodness, he's going for the onside kick. Zay Jones, I will cut you on the spot if you mess this up. It's going for Zay. He makes the grab, and he does doesn't fumble. Phew. Bullet dodge. Now, let's go to Marv and let's try to put this game away. Not going to happen on first down, and that stops the clock. Second down, the run game is non-existent. Timeout San Francisco, and they're a stop away from getting back into this game. Third down, Kyler McBride. Oh, Kyler and McBride have been so good this game, but he cannot make the catch over Fred Warner. Now fourth down, I feel like we have to go for this. Here's Kyler, drop back, going, Marv, and he missed him. He missed Marvin Harrison Jr., and it's a turnover on downs. Oh, there was space for Marv to make a play, and I trust Marv in that spot, man, but we just could not get the accurate pass. And now we're in trouble. We are in trouble, boys, because the Niners are already in field goal range with 2:01 remaining, working on more as Ayuk breaking the tackle from Buda Baker and getting a gain of 5. 18 yards away from the end zone. Purdy dump down. McCaffrey away and in for the touchdown for the lead. Oh, man, we could not make the open field tackle with Jalen Thompson. I thought if I hit A, it would just let me tackle McCaffrey, and that clearly did not happen, and it's another Cardinals collapse. Yeah, man, we're just going to find new ways to lose games. We had one bright spot, and now we're back to regularly scheduled program. But hold on just a second. There is a minute 47 left, and we have a chance to get the lead back offensively. Don't call it curtains just yet. Even though we're not able to run the ball on first down. Second down, we're going to try it again. Trey Benson up the gut. Nice spin move, and he's got the first down. Down to about the 45-yard line. Down by 4. It's end zone or bust for our Cardinals. Kyler drop back going down low. McBride again. McBride stepping out of bounds. We have all of our timeouts, but we don't want to use them too early. Second down, Kyler good. Pocket going. Marv. High ball, and he's got it. Marvin Harrison's catch radius is the size of the Atlantic Ocean as we run it with Trey outside. He's got space. He's got moves all the way to the 6-yard line. Timeout San Francisco, their second of the half. Here we go. Kyler up the gut. Swerving, and he lost the ball. It's down for grabs, and Kyler got it back. Woohoo! Kyler Murray nearly lost it, but he recovers his own fumble, and we stay on offense. We're chewing clock. Niners don't call that last timeout, and now we are going to chew the clock. We are going to make this the last drive of the game. We're going to win it or lose it offensively at the goal line. Here we go, a chance of redemption. Second down, Kyler looking to pass. Going McBride! He stumbles down a yard short. Oh, this is going to be the hardest yard to get in all of sports. 12 seconds to go. Third and goal at the 1. Empty for Kyler. He's running, and he's in! He's in! K1 for the lead with 10 seconds to spare. Kyler Murray truly gets redemption after fumbling on first down and goal. We show the confidence in our QB1, and he delivers. The Niners have no timeout, so a tackle in bounds can end the game. One play can win it for us. Brock Purdy, drop back pressure, going Pearsall. He doesn't make the catch, and that's probably a good thing, so it can stop the clock with 5 seconds to go. 70 yards away from the end zone. Brock Purdy, pressure on Purdy, going corner, going Pearsall, out of bounds, and that's the game. There's no time left. He steps out, and the Cardinals win it at the last second against the San Francisco 49ers. It's a win streak now for the young Arizona Cardinals. 2 in a row, and what a way to win it this time. Holy cow, man. I mean, every game is a sweat. Every game is a sweat. I mean, hey, man, this is good action for you guys. Must be very enjoyable to watch every game come down to the wire. But I promise you, playing these games, it's a little stressful. It's a little stressful getting in the trenches, and it's like, oh, here we go again. It's the fourth quarter, and then like crazy stuff happens. But we're finding ways to win games, man, and that's what happens with young teams, right? To win games, first you have to put yourself in position to win those games, to learn how to win. And, you know, we put ourselves in those positions and we made mistakes and we lost. Now we're learning and we're capitalizing on those opportunities, just playing a little bit better in crunch time than the game before. And that's elevating our level of success. And we got 2 wins now. Like, I was ready to tank after we went 0-3, but I mean, at this point, we're just going to compete and we're going to see where this Pat takes us with our Arizona Cardinals. We're 2-3. We're not exactly in the playoff race or anything. We're definitely not in the talks for winning a Super Bowl, but we're having fun. We're competing. That's all we can ask for right now. We're having a tons of fun with our offense for sure. And Owen Popo, he didn't get his dev story, but he got XP. So that's all right, man. I'll take that, I suppose, man. He goes to like a 68 overall or 69. Cool. So, yeah, man, we get a big win over the San Francisco 49ers, and let's see what we can do next in Week 6. Week 6 brings some promising developments for our young Arizona Cardinals. We have our first player of the week, and believe it or not, it's from somebody on the defensive side of the ball, and it's Dennis Gardeck. Well-deserved. 4 sacks. Will definitely get you a Defensive Player of the Week award. We have also unlocked the second ability slot for Trey Benson. That means we get to equip Spin Cycle on Trey Benson and see what that's all about. We are going to leave Energizer on the first ability slot simply because there are not many good abilities that we have unlocked yet. We need to get to 85 or 90 to get the really good running back ability, so Energizer is not that bad. The only other ability we could maybe put on is Short Out Elite, but on a running back that does not make much sense, so we'll leave Energizer. That might allow Trey to finish off some of his long runs, especially if we are spinning to deplete some of that stamina. Trey Benson is also running our film study right now, which is insane because he is a rookie and he's telling us how to attack the defense. But you know what? I love it. We give the keys to the car to our young rooks, man. The young guns. They do their thing. Mozzie Marv, Trey Benz. I feel like we got to get Trey McBride a nickname as well at this point because, like, he's the third part of that three-headed monster in our attack. Maybe we get him like Trey McLaren or something like that. You know, that doesn't sound too bad. Maybe we rock Trey McLaren. Anyways, Kyler Murray, of course, is at the head of it all, and we will see if Kyler can lead us to another win. We have a chance to rack up 3 straight dubs after taking 3 straight L's. It will not be easy, of course. We're taking on the Green Bay Packers despite their record. They have one of the better rosters in the league. Do not ask me why David Bakhtiari is on this roster. I'm pretty sure that dude got cut months ago. Shout out to EA Sports. Also, Stephon Gilmore is not supposed to be on this team. So the Packers are loaded when they shouldn't be. They have an advantage even more than what they already had as we are at gloomy, doomy Lambeau Field. It's a rainstorm today. So, you know, later on in the year, it might be a snowstorm. But right now, the Packers are raining on our parade. Josh Jacobs' first run of the game. And Elijah Jones has to track him down at the 5-yard line. Okay, Josh Jacobs just embarrassed our defense. He tried to do it again. This time, at least, we keep him in check. 2nd down and goal, and Jacobs, again, gets stuffed up. Hold on a second. Do we have a goal line stand in store? 3rd down, Jordan Love. First pass attempt. Keyword attempt. He doesn't get it off. It's Gardeck again. And that Elijah Jones tackle ends up being huge because not only do we hold the Packers to a field goal attempt, it's an attempt. It's not a make. It's a whiff. And the Packers still have a goose egg on the scoreboard, so that Josh Jacobs run ends up being worth nothing. And, you know, our goal line defense, it's got to be said, not that bad, right? We give up the first 90 yards rather easily, but in the last 10, we make the defense or the offense earn it as Kyler Murray on the scramble. Kyler Murray's got 92 speed, all right? So if you're not going to contain, you're not going to put quarterback spies, and you're not going to get a pass rush, I will run with Kyler Murray until you do something about it. Kyler going end zone. Oh, baby, a super dot from Kyler Murray. Wilson with a rare grab. That might be his first touchdown of the season. Shout out to him. And Kyler really made that happen. That was a laser accurate pass, especially given the conditions of today's game. We need Kyler to be on his A game. So far, so good. He single-handedly took us downfield and really without needing our 3-headed monster of McBride, Benson, or Marv as Josh Jacobs. It seems like my opponent really wants to get Josh Jacobs involved, so this is definitely a switch up. Everybody's been pass happy so far that we played in this league as we get the sack here, bring up 3rd down and 20. Though now, behind the down and distance, you got to try to pass the ball. Jordan Love, double coverage, and nearly intercepted by Budda Baker. He gets away with that one, but we will still force the punt, so that's a dub for our defense. And it must be said, man, besides the Josh Jacobs run early on, good defensive performance so far. I can't believe I'm saying this. We got a defensive player of the week, and now we are shutting down the Packers in the first quarter? Are we turning the tide? Well, we better play more defense because we will be back on D because Trey Benson fumbles the ball, which is unfortunate in traffic. Not much you can really do about that one except, you know, tip it to being unlucky. It seems like we have a lot of these unfortunate fumbles as this is going to be caught. That's a high ball to Christian Watson, who is hit in stride. Shout out to the high balls for being one of the many OP things on offense in Madden 25. Josh Jacobs, though, cannot shake at the goal line. Josh Jacobs one more time. I take it back. He's taking them to the 1 yard line, but he's not able to punch it in. We got to make the Packers earn this final yard. Josh Jacobs, another carry, and this time he is in. Hey, man, at least the Packers know we're here defensively, right? We're not giving it up easy. Like when we started this season, going against the Bills, going against the Lions, Jameson Williams got about 300 yards. We are, I don't want to say turning the corner, but we're making slight improvements defensively to, you know, maybe we won't be the 32nd ranked defense by the end of the season. Maserati Marv into high gear and gone for the 1-play touchdown. Oh, baby! Marvin Harrison is going to rewrite the record books with the way he's playing this season for our Arizona Cardinals. I'm talking rookie records, maybe even NFL records in general. Rookie records are definitely within reach, right? Puka Nacua had the most successful season by a rookie receiver last year, just a skosh under 1,500 receiving yards. Marv is on pace to do that, and I mean, I don't even know how many touchdowns Marv can get. I could say at least 15 plus the way he's playing right now. So defenses better figure out what to do with Marv because we are cooking every single opponent we play with number 18. That ball goes way out of bounds as Josh Jacobs gets another toe. It must be said, so far in this rare test of our run defense, we're doing a lot better than I could have ever expected. Third down. Okay, 56. You have the awareness of a peanut. That went right at you and you did nothing about it. We do bring up a 4th down, though, as my opponent going up tempo. Midway in the 2nd quarter, he'll hand it off to Jacobs, and he'll get the 1st down, but he lost the ball. And that's a recovery by our Cardinals. The Madden BS usually evens itself out, and it did there for us. We lost the fumble, we get one back. Wide open! It's Marv! That's too easy! Marvelous Marvin Harrison does it again at Lambeau! And that was a walk-in touchdown, a blown coverage by Green Bay. I mean, Marv's the first read regardless. So when he's that wide open, it's like, come on now. I could hit the B button before the plays even snap sometimes when I see Marv with a decent look. So whatever happened there, we will gladly take it as the Packers are kind of melting down right now. And this is rare where we look like we are outright outplaying our opponent. Usually in these past couple of games, you know, we've been sweating to stay in them. Even games that we had to lead, like the 49ers game, we still have to sweat in that one, right? This game, it just feels like we're outplaying somebody for the first time all season. So yeah, man, we are picking things up as we go, and we're playing defense for real. We're gonna get a stop here, bring up 4th down, and let's see, we have 2:01 left, so we will not go to the 2-minute warning. Jordan Love dropping back, and wide open is Josh Jacobs. Sometimes, you know, 4th down deep in an opponent's territory, you kind of got to live with something like that, just so you don't give up anything crazy. As, okay, Red Rover, bad accuracy, and Buda Baker's sitting on that. We will give up a gain of 4 in that situation, as my opponent going up tempo, trying to make it a 1-possession game before we go into the halftime locker room. What is there for Jordan Love? He's gonna test us. Do not put your hands in the cookie jar. Buda Baker will not let you get away with it. Oh no, I spun out of bounds. I spun the wrong way. Okay, but still a good interception, a solid return. Unfortunately, a bad sack taken. That's going to lose us 14 yards. So we have a minute to go in the first half, trying to cook something up. Ooh, I was trying to go Marv on that corner route. I don't know if that was a good idea. It looked like he was bracketed pretty well. So 3rd down and a mile. We're just going to run the ball here, play conservative, and surprisingly, my opponent does not call a timeout. So what I do is I get on the ball really quickly. We go up tempo, and I'm not going for this. There's no shot we're going to go for a 4th down and 20. But I'm just going to chew the clock. I mean, the main goal here is to make sure my opponent has no time to do anything before the end of the first half. Mission accomplished, right? That quick no huddle. At that point, I think he surrendered. He probably should have called a timeout in that situation. But, hey, man, we'll definitely take that. That punt was awkward. I put backspin on. Too much backspin, it must be said. Jordan Love with 10 seconds to go, and that's going to be intentional grounding. So my opponent's going to need a miracle to cut into this 14-point deficit before we go into the locker room and see what he cooks up for his final play. He's got time. He's going downfield. Watson has a chance at this. that was sketchier than it needed to be. But we will go into halftime up by 14 points, and really on the back of our defense and Marvin Harrison. And one thing I gotta say that I am enjoying about this league, as opposed to the PML league that we've been in the past couple of years, is the fact that I don't have to worry about using and abusing Marvin Harrison, right? In the Premier Madden League, we have to worry about the usage rules, as Xavier McKinney gets the interception here. Just not good play there by us. But yeah, man, you know, you have to make sure you follow all of these rules where a player can't have like X amount of air yardage. It's like 18.5. A player can't have more than 30% of your team's reception. All this nonsense that, you know, affects the game plan when it shouldn't, right? Because it kind of penalizes you for your opponent not playing good defense. It's like, okay, Marvin Harrison is cooking, but, you know, in that sim league, I would be like, yeah, I can't throw it to Marv too much, not because my defense or the defense can't stop Marv, but it's because of rules, which is crazy to think about, right? If someone's being unguarded, you got to give them the ball. So yeah, man, this has been really enjoyable getting Marvin Harrison a lot, because he's definitely way over 30% of our team receptions. 4th down and goal, Jordan Love, he's got heat on him, he's knocked down, but I don't think Jordan had anything open anyways. Once again, our goal line defense is superb. That was a tight window throw right there. Marvin Harrison nearly laid out for the grab, but he also nearly threw an interception. Is Trey, what a spin! Benson open field, double spinning, and winning! Holy cow! Trey Benz is a superstar with spin cycle! We just unlocked something new in our offense. Hold on just a second. That was a game changer, not just for this game, but more importantly, our season. Spin cycle works like that? We have the Judkins spin. We have the Judkins spin. Until they patch it, I'm assuming they have to patch that, because that should not be allowed. But until they patch it, we have the Judkins spin in our offense, and we didn't even use it for the first 2.5 quarters of this game. And now we have that for the rest of this game, more importantly, for the next 12 weeks of the season. So, I mean, hey, man, our offense has already been pretty good so far this year. Trey Benson, I mean, saying he adds another dimension would simply be an understatement for how crazy that spin cycle went on that play. We hit him with the double spin, man, the platinum spin. As my opponent, not surprisingly, going up tempo, he's down by 21 points, so he has to force the action here, and he nearly forced a mistake, it seemed like. Got away with that. Got hit on the throw. 3rd down, Jordan Love standing, waiting, has the time. We're only sending 3. Gardeck putting pressure, and pressure bust pipes. Buda Baker picking up his 2nd interception of the game. Buda Baker came late to the party in 2024, but I'm glad to see you here, Buda, and I'm definitely happy to see that spin move working so well for Trey Benz as we put Marv in motion going, oh baby, to Trey Benson, and just trying to embarrass our opponent, trying to get a clip out of this more than anything else. And okay, maybe a little bit too much of the spin, but at this point we are simply trying to clock this game out. So, you know, got you clock on, we're going to run the ball. So if Trey Benson breaks one off, cool, but if not, it's all right. 3rd down and 12, we are going to try to pass this ball, and Kyler Murray again, pinpoint precision. If that pass is a little bit off, that guy picks that off with his user. Instead, Kyler puts it to where only Trey can catch it in stride, and my boy Trey McLaren out there, you know, we got 2 Treys doing their thing. 3rd down and 1, perfect for us to convert a 1st down here, which we will with Kyler. Slide down so we don't fumble and chew more clock. This drive is going as well as we could have asked, right? Even though we're getting 3rd downs, we're converting them, and that means, you know, we're just taking a lot of this game down. So we're at 3:30 remaining and counting. You know, at this point, even if we don't get this 1st down, it doesn't really matter because we've chewed up so much clock on this drive. We are going to try to pass, and honestly, a really bad decision right there to throw it to Benson out of bounds, because that stops the clock here. And on 4th down, we decide to go for it. Why not? Let's see if we can cook with Trey real quick. Not quite. Bad stick there, and we'll take a turnover on downs. But if we kick the field goal, it's still a 3-possession game, so I want to go for the dagger and just get the touchdown if we can. And, you know, if we give up 3 touchdowns, I mean, we're in a really bad spot regardless, all right? There's 2:20 something remaining after this hurry up, 2:18, so we'll get one more play off before the 2-minute warning here. Jordan Love, good pocket, but he's also protecting a lot, going downfield, double coverage, and hey man, we have only given up 7 points. Remember, we gave up 59 points in a game that we scored 58 and lost in week 3. So the fact that we're holding somebody to 7, even if it's the 0-5 Green Bay Packers, all right? Like, yeah, his record's not great, but it's progress. It is progress, and not only is it a moral victory, it's a victory, a double win for our Arizona Cardinals. And, that's why I was so tough early in the year when I talked about how moral wins don't equal wins, and they don't really matter if we're not winning games, because at some point, you got to figure out how to get it done, or else you're never going to get it done. And, we've done it in a number of different ways. It's not just been one small change, right? You could say, yeah, we changed our playbook a couple of weeks ago offensively. We switched up some of our defensive philosophies, if you want to call it that. But it's just been change after change every week. Just, that's the grind of an 18-week NFL season. That's part of the reason why I love CFMs, man, because it's not a one-game winner takes all. It's far from that. It is a marathon, not a sprint. And we're figuring things out on the fly, right? Like I said, man, I got no playoff expectations or nothing like that. Even with us securing our third win in a row here as we take the kneel down. Surprisingly, my opponent didn't go for the onside, but there's 20 seconds left, so it's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, man, I'm just here to have fun, play to the best of my capabilities, and I guess figure out what those are in this league that is very competitive, as we learned the hard way in the first couple of weeks. But we took our lickings, and we didn't quit. We didn't back down. We got back up, and we got back in the ring, and now we're being rewarded for our persistence. So, yeah, man, Kyler only threw 9 times. We didn't really need Kyler to do much. Whenever we did, pass the ball, we were going to 18, and he got 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. It seems like Marv is good for like 100-plus yards and a touchdown or 2 every game. So yeah, man, that is going to do it for this game. This video is just about done, but we have one more random surprise before we end this game. As I loaded out of this week 6 matchup against the Packers, I saw this pop up: linebacker breakout part 2. I never had a part 2. I was never told a part 2 was happening this week. Remember Owen Popo at the dev story last week? Apparently it carried over into this week, and no one told me until after the game when we find out, was Popo going to get a redo in this game to try to get 5 tackles and a tackle for loss? I don't know. I was not focused on it last week. I was definitely was not focused on it this week. We also did not get the 2 touchdowns with Trey, which I don't know what we would have gotten if we did get the goal, but yeah, that's cool, man. We got the dub. I guess that's the most important thing. It would be nice to get those XP goals. So, we got to complete those. We can't just sleep on those. But at the same time, we can't force that action. We win the game, we win the game. But that's going to do it for this video. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed what you guys saw today. Subscribe for more Madden 25 action. If you guys are loving this CFM series, definitely show love. Leave a like, leave a comment, whatever you want to do to show your love. And I will catch you guys next time. Thank you, as always, for watching.